Okay, I am back again today for this Pokemon's game. We're gonna play this Pokemon Shining Pearl. That's the new game, right? Nah, I'm just kidding. Oh, now there it is. Hey, nice. Probably gonna be an update or something, but let's do this real quick. Gotta get them points. Hopefully it doesn't show. Oh, maybe tomorrow. Oh well. Download. Oh, let's see how much this is. Hopefully not too long. In the meantime, I already picked an Oshawott. Decided that when I was freaking playing my first Pokemon game ever. Water Pokemon. It's my thing. Also gonna go for a full water team throughout the game. And here we go. Oh. I was expecting music. I'll probably turn off autosave. Ooh. Welcome to my realm, located beyond both time and space. I'm trying to decide if I should read or just leave it to your mind, but we'll keep going with it. It is well that thou art here. I am that which humans call, Arceus, we're gonna go with. Now I wish to know thine appearance. Okay. You know, it's known in the Pokemon games, the females get better clothes. So we gonna go with not pale. What is thy name? Aqua. I've thought about a lot of this already. Aqua. Soon thou shalt find thyself in a world strange to thee. A world uninhabited by wondrous creatures that humans call Pokemon. Aqua. Seek out all Pokemon, and thou shalt find me once more. Alright. Wait, what? Is this like a back in time kind of thing? Well, I mean, obviously. That's the G. Alright then. I got a god phone. No matter how many times you update it, it never slows down. Wake up! Got a little blood out of the makeup. I'm sure everybody has made that joke. Oh, do wake up, won't you? Table, table, table. Are you alive, my girl? Oh. Don't look so concerned. I'm getting oh goodness, a Wind Waker vibe. I'm kind of feeling that. That's cool. Give me quite the shock falling from the sky like that. Thank goodness you seem unharmed. Where am I? I don't care who he is. Not yet. Why, this is Prelude Beach, of course. Dear me, did the shock of your fall somehow addle your memory? I must say, your clothing is unusual. You wouldn't happen to have an acquaintance in these parts, would you? I doubt it. Let's go with that. I see. You seem to be in a bit of a pickle. Same with that mountain in the distance. That's a bit of a pickle back there, huh? Might I offer some directions? Do you have somewhere around here you could stay? No. Nowhere. So, you don't know anyone here, and you don't even know where to spend the night. Well, this is a proper pickle indeed. Are you quite sure you'll be able to survive? Somehow, I guess. I'll figure it out. Jeez, those Pokemon are massive. Holy cow. I see. Well, no gentleman would abandon a person in such need. Crew. Boom. Plish plash, that's right. Oh my, I'd completely forgotten. I had just caught up to these 3 runaway Pokemon when you tumbled out of the sky. It's almost as if they knew you'd appear here. Ah, but do you even know what a Pokemon is? Of course I do. My, that's a relief. Though you fell from the sky, it seems we have some common ground, eh? Yes, well, these 3 Pokemon belong to me. Mysterious creatures that they are. Oh yes, and what might your name be? Oh, so you're called Aqua. That name has quite the ring to it. I imagine it must have some lovely meaning. Yes, it just means water, my dude. Oh, but I do apologize. I haven't even introduced myself. My name is Levinton. We'll go with that. I'm something of a Pokemon professor. Ho ho ho. That is to say, I'm a scholar seeking to deepen our understanding of Pokemon. Yes, Pokemon such as these 3 here will... Oh, there they go. Oh, blast and bother, my darling Pokemon. Why must you run from me again? I'm terribly sorry, but do you think you can help me round them up? I beg you. Wait, 2, 3. Wait. Okay. I'm going home. Keep me out. I mean, that looks alright. I mean, weird reflection rock thing there. I'm not sure what that is. Crouch is that. Okay. Don't even need the sprinting shoes to sprint. Cool. Alright, let's roll. I need a D-pad. There we go. Settings. Alright. Text speed for sure fast. Regular sensitivity, we'll do it 2. Motion sensitivity. That's fine. Autosave disabled. HUD toggling. Choose whether pressing the right stick will toggle a display of information. Choose whether you want to be prompted to confirm a throw each time you use CR in battle. Sure, music's fine, sound effects fine. Adjust the ratio between the loudest and quietest sounds to make it easier to hear. Let's keep it wide. Nice. Oh my gosh, even that sound reminds me of freaking Wind Waker. I have a feeling I'm gonna like this game. Game controls. Focus, change item. Arc phone. Broom, broom. Open menu. Write a different Pokemon. Write a different Pokemon. Check Pokedex. Camera, dodge, crouch, rise, investigate. Okay. Battle. Basics. Party items. Run away. Cool. Alright. Let's save here before something happens. Nice. Alright, let me go cut this light real quick. Wait. Time's a ticking. Gotta get. Okay. Let's go. Investigate. It's my god phone. It's probably your phone, but it's changed shape. You feel a strange power emanating from it. A message appeared on the screen. I bestow upon thee this Arc phone, and thy mission. Seek out all Pokemon. So Arc phone, Arceus, fight me. Okay. Need to turn the volume on my TV up. Was this a bit quiet? Or perhaps... we'll just leave it narrow. Alright. I do want to turn the music up though, because I want to hear this game's music. Something tells me it's gonna be good. We'll put it to 9. That sounds good. Lovely. Log. There's Levinton. Sigh. Alas, yet another miss. Aha! I'm glad you've come to my rescue, my new friend from the sky. I tried catching my little runaways by tossing some Pokeballs their way, but I'm not the best at this sort of thing, you see. I'd love to give you a go at it, but perhaps I should tell you a bit about these 3 first. Now, that one is Rowlet. Rowlet can photosynthesize like a plant, and apparently it battles using its sharp feathers. Karoo! Ooh. That one over there is Cyndaquil. The fire burning on Cyndaquil's back will flare up whenever it's surprised or irate. Boom! Yes. The Pokemon near the pond is Oshawott. Oshawott naps while floating on the water, and it can battle using the shell-like object on its belly. Plish Plash. Oh my, I nearly forgot to cover the most crucial thing. How to go about catching Pokemon. Yes, how to. Here you are, my girl. Pokeballs. Throw these at Pokemon to catch them. Pity. Holy cow. Serious ball can be thrown in a wild Pokemon in order to catch them. These balls can be crafted by hand if you gather necessary materials. Ah, but that won't do for an explanation, will it? I do apologize. Let me be more thorough. Now, I've mentioned already that Pokemon are strange, marvelous creatures. What's so strange about them, you ask? Well, each and every Pokemon is able to shrink itself down to minuscule size. That's where Pokeballs come in. Pokeballs are a recent invention, you see. Throw one of them at a Pokemon, and why, the Pokemon will shrink down and fit inside the ball. Comfy as can be. And with that, you've got a Pokemon. I don't know if that... I mean, I guess it is canon now, but... Okay, I know we've just met, but I'm afraid I have no one else to turn to. I'd be awfully grateful if you can catch my 3 runaways. Now, the proper technique is to aim at the Pokemon, then let the ball fly. It's quite simple. Though far be it for me to say so, I suppose, given my own dire lack of skill in this area. Nice. At least he's honest. Pokemon can be caught by throwing Pokeballs at them. Hold down the ZR button to ready a Pokeball and aim. Take aim. Adjust your angle, aim carefully. Release the ZR button to throw the Pokeball. If it's a Pokemon, you may be able to catch it. You've readied a Pokeball but do not want to throw it, press the B button to cancel the throw. So, it's just looking around. Hold to aim. Release the throw. Oh, wonderful. You've caught a Pokemon. Seems you've quite the knack for this Pokemon catching business, Aqua. Jolly useful skill to have around here. Only 2 of my darling runaways left now. Still, this is most unusual. You don't seem fearful of Pokemon in the slightest. Got him! I can hardly believe it, Aqua. Incredible. You know, many people fear to even approach Pokemon, never mind catch them. Bravo indeed. Just one more to go. Let's wrap this up sharp, shall we? Gotta save the best for last. My boy just chilling by the pond. Although I'd rather be a girl. Let's see. Oh. Ah yes, I'm afraid that can happen. Pokeballs are hardly 100% foolproof. Give it another go, old girl. Ah, that's a fighter. I like the Oshawott. Splish splash. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, what a relief to have them all back. You see, the 3 Pokemon you caught have only just arrived at the village to help with our research. They won't yet listen to anyone. And as I mentioned, they bolted from the village almost as if they knew you'd come falling. But I must say, Aqua, I was taken aback by how well you use Pokeballs. How is it that you catch Pokemon so ably when you've only just arrived here? One can't help but think there's a reason you appeared here now. Fate. Man, check out my phone. Seek out all Pokemon. That object is an Arc phone, you say? What an odd device. Could it be guiding you somehow? If you'll indulge me for a moment, there's something I'd like to share with you. You see, I have a dream. To compile this region's very first complete record of its Pokemon. I just threw in the word very in there. We in the field call such a catalog a Pokédex. Yes, a proper Pokédex is a wonderful work of research containing detailed records of all the Pokemon to be found in a region. But in order to properly document Pokemon, one must, of course, catch them. And therein lies the rub, I'm afraid. Pokeballs have only just been invented, and not many have mastered the skill of using them. Except for you. Enter you, a person with a clear talent for catching Pokemon. Your goal is to seek out every Pokemon, and mine is to have all those Pokemon caught. A situation ripe for teamwork, don't you agree? Come now, what do you say? Shall we help one another out, my girl? You've convinced me. Then whoever, and from wherever you may be, I welcome you with open arms. We have a Pokedex to complete. First things first, let's get these Pokemon back to the village. Then we'll sort out your lodgings and find you some proper clothes and a meal and all that. Follow me then. Onward to Jubilife Village. Nice. Can I, walk myself? There we go. I want to save real quick. Before the picking of the Pokemon. Whenever that shall be. Yeah, that's ominous. Just, in the background there. No, maybe not. Thank you for your tireless work keeping us safe, my good guardsman. This young lady was of great assistance to me and my Pokemon, so I hope you'll forgive my bringing her into the village for a bit. She's like, this ain't no Jubilife City. This way, if you please. Jubilife Village. It's come a long way thanks to the fine people of the Galaxy Expedition Team. This road we're on now is known to the locals as Kanala Avenue. I understand you must be more than a tad curious. Well, that was fast. The village was built scarcely 2 years ago. There's much to do, yet not many people to do stuff. So just a little upon, but guys have set foot inside the village. I understand you must be more than a tad curious about the village, but do follow me for now. Oh, that's what he said. Okay, well, we're gonna... I can't save. What did I say? That's quite the outfit right there. Where'd you come from? Maybe? Who are you? A newcomer to the village. I'm like creeping around here. Never seen that child here before. Yo, dog, I'm just gonna leave. Too sticky close. Alright, fine. Sweeping is a little stuttered. Now that, what did he say? What manner of dress is that? Shh, quiet, she'll hear you. Nice broom. We're not supposed to talk to strangers, you know. Oh, botheration. What a word. I'd almost forgotten. I need to go and report that we successfully recovered the escaped Pokemon. I'd ask you to wait for me at the canteen. It's just past this bridge here, then to the left. The Wallflower, it's called. Maybe... Well, it seems to show you where you need to go next. Use the minus button to view the app on your phone. You can consult the map for guidance, your next destination information, blah blah blah. Awesome. Now I can save. Farm. That's where we were just at. Da, da, da. Pastures. Front gate. Hairdresser. General store. Farm Lady Lucille. Photography studio. Front gate. Cool. Okay. Let's do a save. Survey tips. Ah, I see. Save. Cool. Waka? Show. Oh, I was like, what does Waka mean? Back in my hometown, I've got an older brother who's gonna inherit the family farm and all. I'm gonna make my own way here in Hisui. This region is huge. And there's lots of dangerous Pokemon too, but you came here anyway. How come? I don't know. What does this say? Canal Bridge? Yeah. Good enough. Nothing too out of the ordinary here. And who are you? Beauregard. Commander Kamado is fantastically strong. Rumor has it, he once sent a Pokemon flying with one of those sumo throws he's so proud of. Dog invented seismic toss. Don't judge me. Well now, aren't you awfully suspicious? Wallflowers for Galaxy Team folk only. We don't have seats for outsiders. Move along. Alright then. My guy. Who this? Who in the world are you? And what's that bizarre garb you're wearing? A Pokemon can slice right through those flimsy excuses for clothes. For you to get in here, someone must have vouched for you. Was it Professor Levinton? Do you two know each other? He's from a region a long way off. Not the most reliable sort, though, letting Pokemon run off and give him the slip and all. Way more of them got away just a while ago. If I hadn't been resting up ever some Pokemon drove me with a move called Thundershock, I'd have corralled him for sure. But the professor, well... Unfortunately, it's just as Ray says. I'm a clumsy sort of fellow, to put it mildly. Mildly. Ack. Dog was super expressive, but everything will be quite alright now. Aqua here has agreed to help us with the Pokedex. Dog gave me a stank eye right there, as in she's going to join the Survey Corps. What makes you think that's a good idea? We can't just take in any misfit who wanders out of the wilderness. I'll allow it. Gah! Assuming the individual can contribute to the Survey Corps, that is. I am the captain of the Galaxy Team Survey Corps. You may call me Silene. Alrighty then. Professor Levinton has told me how you helped secure his Pokemon when they slipped his control. Now it seems he would like us to feed and house you in exchange for your ongoing labor. You like to be 15 or so. Quite old enough to work for your keep. But we can't simply take on a stranger who wanders in among us without any idea of their skills or origins. Tomorrow we shall see if you can prove yourself worthy. Oh, a most reasonable decision, Captain. Now, would you care to join us for a meal? I'm sure you've got plenty of questions for our visitor. That's quite all right. I prefer to eat alone, so I might appreciate my meals without distraction. Very proper. Aloof as always, I see. Well, no matter. The rest of us could share a meal and some pleasant conversation then, eh? Benny, old chum, the usual potato mochi, if you please. But make it up. Make it for 3 today. Words, man. Wonderful stuff, Benny. Much obliged. Your potato mochi never failed to please. Where'd you find this stranger in the first place, Professor? Ah, well, you know, that great hole in the sky. The one people call the space-time rift. What a spot-on analogy word. Our new friend fell right out of it. Was that a joke? No. Come now, I am a scientist. My job is to observe and explain any and all phenomena. I concern myself only with facts. Now, you already know there are many Pokemon here in the Hisui region. Sure, they're all over the place, in the grass, in the forest, in the ocean. It's up to us in the Survey Corps to study them and figure out what kind of creatures they are. Well, we know this much. Pokemon are terrifying creatures. Jesus. It's all but impossible to know what kinds of powers they might possess or what sorts of wondrous things they can do. But that's where Aqua will come in. She successfully caught 3 Pokemon. 3 of them in quick order, you understand? Nobody in the Galaxy team is capable of a feat such as that. This means we can finally begin our Pokemon research in earnest. That's really something. We count ourselves lucky when we managed to catch a single wild Pokemon while fending off their attacks. Ah well, to be perfectly fair, the Pokemon that fled to the beach weren't on the attack. But the key to catching Pokemon is getting close enough to aim your Pokeball well. And it seems our new friend is fearless enough to do just that. Does the Survey Corps really have the leeway to be enjoying a leisurely meal with this outsider? Your captain just ordered 10 whole portions of potato mochi, you know? The slow progress on that Pokedex of yours clearly has her on edge. I'm sure we'll start to rein in the good captain's stress eating soon enough. Now, have your fill, Aqua. And think, if you make it into the Galaxy team, you'll never have to worry about a meal again. The team provides for all of its members' needs, even if said members fell out of the sky. And it's night. That was quite delicious indeed. You're awfully relaxed about all of this. You do know that we won't get to have Aqua join the Survey Corps unless she passes a trial. Not to worry, I have complete confidence in Aqua's skills. Let's hope it is not misplaced. Aqua, was it? For tonight, at least, we will provide you with a place to sleep. You may use our quarters there. Alright. If you fail to pass the trial we put to you tomorrow, you must move on. You will be expelled from the village to meet your fate, perhaps your death in the wilds. Wow, for a Pokemon game, that's interesting. Pretty straightforward, jeez. Captain Silene's like Hisui, in a way. They're both plenty harsh. Now, she simply puts on a stern front to help keep us all safe. At any rate, I think it's time we turned in for the night, eh? It's a good thing one can't fall out of the futons we sleep in here. I imagine our new friend has had enough falling for one day. And with that, I bid you both a good night. Yeah, sleep tight. Still, people falling from the sky? That's some kind of story. You're telling me, dude. Okay, let's explore. They say hunger is the best seasoning, but I'd rather rely on the quality of my soot foot roots to make my potato mochi taste good. What a name. There's a little bit of stuttering I'm noticing here and there. Are you looking for someone? No, just looking. The Galaxy team is made up of several corps. Let's see, there's security, construction, and agriculture corps, and a few others besides. Okay. Commander, I already talked to him. Now, who might you be? I haven't seen you here in the village before. The captain of the Survey Corps, Silene. I wonder if anything actually scares her. Thought with all of this, me having been from another area, world, whatever, and being dropped into this one, clearly you kind of have a baseline rather than starting from scratch and then all of a sudden you already know this stuff, like obviously outside of the game, and then you're in the game and you're like, oh, I already know how to do this. No. My girl Aqua here already knows everything. And we just gonna go in and impress everybody. A new hairstyle means a fresh outlook, and a fresh outlook lets you change your fortunes. I've never seen clothes quite like yours, hun. Where might they be from? Where indeed? Ooh, excuse me. It's 12:30, kicking my butt. Pokemon to terrify me. Even going out to gather berries is the worst. Mugi. Huh. What is it? Photos, a little Ponyta and Togepi and Hachirisu. What y'all doing on here? What an odd way to dress. Is that fashionable where you're from? Good form. I wonder if there's anyone capable of catching enough Pokemon to fill all the pastures here. Ah, that's kind of neat. If that's where they all go. I dig that. Let me just complete that Pokedex and fill up everything. Oh, there. It's dangerous beyond these gates. You should stay inside the village. I guess. Alright, let's progress. In an unfamiliar land, sleep until morning in the futon in your quarters. It's a jug used to store drinking water. It has a lid on top to keep debris from falling in. Nice graphics. Survey tips contain all sorts of useful information. Wait. Handy tips for team members. Don't wish your toils to be forgotten. Oh, okay. Diligent record keeping will save you from such a fate. That sentence really confused. Wait, I was talking about how to save fence off. It really confused me for a moment. Oh, that's interesting. Shoe, no shoe. Weird. Huh. The dress are a very solid construction where extra sets of clothing can be kept. There are 5 principles. Behave with courtesy to others. Superiors are owed your respect. Likes and dislikes are a luxury ill afforded. Those who are weaker must be helped. Difficulties must be faced head on. Fair enough. It's a full-length mirror. There are some lovely stones that someone must have found, but they're just plain old stones. Aha. It's a paper lantern. It seems to use oil as its fuel. Alright, let's sleep. Rest until tomorrow morning. Yes. Bidoof. Whoa! Lightning struck the tree. The next day. Hey in there, you awake? That was some wild lightning last night, right? Anyway, if you're up, come on out. What? You woke me up. Like how running, like, go skirt? Running in the skirt? No, skirt. Nice fire in the second hearth can help keep the entire room heated. I'm gonna save. Up on the D-pad. I'm pressing X and Y a lot. You saved your progress. Ooh, excuse me. Did you sleep all right? I know that's not easy in a strange new land. We'd better not keep Captain Silene waiting. Let's hurry to headquarters. Onwards. Oh, that's the distance. That's what that number is. Massive. Here we are, Galaxy Hall. What do you think? Ever seen a building this grand before? Don't give up. Keep those eyes open. The wild Pokemon, they were everywhere, attacking from all sides. I sent out my partner Pokemon, but against the whole pack, outnumbered. This is what happens when we go so far afield. But the medical corps will put you to rights. You do realize that if you fail your trial and get flung out of the village, you could well die out there. Well, you might die even sooner than that if you have to take on this trial without a Pokemon to be your partner. Captain Silene, ma'am, I brought Aqua. You may enter. Proceed. Let us get straight to it. If you wish to join the Galaxy Expedition team, prove yourself capable by going out into the Obsidian Fieldlands and catching 3 different species of Pokemon: Bidoof, Starly, and Shinx. 3 species right away, but none of us have ever managed that. This stranger not catch 3 different Pokemon only yesterday. My trial should be simple enough for her. If the professor wasn't exaggerating, Jesus. If the professor wasn't exaggerating things, that is. The Galaxy team does not have the means to provide for those who only take without giving. My reading's getting lazy already. If you wish to stay, you must prove beyond any doubt that you'll be an asset to our cause. That's an Abra over there. What's that doing? I will lend you one of our Survey Corps satchels to carry whatever you may need in the field. Where am I keeping the Pokeballs? Never mind. That, whatever it is you're wearing, doesn't suit our satchels in the least. Ray, I expect you to step in if anything goes awry. Alright. Alright. That's why I went back. Something about our phone. About that. Pardon, Aqua, come with me a moment. Oh, I need a save. Now then, a jolly good morning to everyone. What did you need, Professor? In order to complete our Pokédex and, well, simply survive in this unforgiving land, Aqua absolutely must pass this trial. And as a professor of Pokemon, I've got just the ticket to help accomplish that. Karoo! Boom! Plish splash! Go on, Aqua. Pick the Pokemon that strikes your fancy. With a partner of your own, you'll be able to fight off wild Pokemon outside the village. These little darlings are very dear to me, but it's plain to see they're rather curious about you. Well, my girl, which Pokemon would you like to keep as your very own? Good, I can save. Let's do that right now. Now I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there. I'm gonna cheese for a female. Shiny would be nice, but I'm not gonna do all that. I just want a female. Splish Splash. Do you want Oshawott as your first partner? First partner? Oh, like very first and overall? Or like I can pick other ones later down the road? Oh well, let's just go with Oshawott. Look at that waddle. And with that, one of the Pokemon you caught at Prelude Beach for me will now be yours to keep. Good show. I've tucked Oshawott back inside its Pokeball for you, so take it. It's yours. Nice. A word of advice, my girl. Pay close attention to which Pokeballs are empty and which ones contain a Pokemon when you're out in the field. Cuckoo. Boom. Look at those 2 cheer on their pal Oshawott. Or maybe they just wanted to help Aqua with her trial. That could well be. I did go dashing from the village when Aqua fell out of the sky after all. Well, not to worry, you two. I'll have you assist me with my research for now. By the by, what species has Captain Silene charged you with catching? Well, that's smashing. All 3 of those species can be found in the Obsidian Fieldlands. Let me give you some Pokeballs to use during your trial then. 50 more. 20. These Pokeballs may be handcrafted, but they work a treat, as you've already seen. You'll have this trial cleared in no time. Let's be off. I'll show you the way to the Obsidian Fieldlands. Meet me at the gate to your left as you leave headquarters. I see, so you can swap like that between Pokeballs and what you're throwing, okay. That is a male. Oh, you can change the name pretty quick. Alright, let's cancel. Let's see something. Check summary. 956229. So bold. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Never mind. Trying to figure out what that marking at the bottom was. Like down there that says markings, and then to the left there's like a little circle with an X looking thing through it. I ain't know what that was. Well, oh no. Alright. Let's do, so what did I say it was? Bold? Yeah, bold. Alright. Let's do this. And keep getting till we get a female. We'll see. Splash, splash. Okay. I gotta stop looking stuff up because I don't want to spoil nothing. I was trying to see if they're gender locked, if that's even a thing. I don't think they are, though. Alright, let's get that female Ashwa. Hey, nice, finally. Let's see what we got. So speed and attack down. That's really not good. Timid. You know what? It's 12:55. I'm gonna go till 1 o'clock and keep trying. Any other nature would be great. I don't want attack down. I want either special attack or attack up. I'm gonna get piggy. Because why not? Last go though. Yes, I do. And moment of truth. Oh. Alright, well, I'll keep trying later. Earlier tomorrow, but I'll stream again tomorrow. Once the female's gotten and there's more things to do after that. But thanks for joining me on this, what are we at? Hour and 23 minutes session of first impressions of Legends Arceus. Pretty good. Little rusty, crusty, stuttery, but we'll see how that does with more stuff going on. Maybe some updates will come out and make things look a little nicer, but we'll see. So far, I like it. Let me look at little Oshawott fella. Yep, that's a little otter. Alright, well, we'll call her there. Hopefully tomorrow get the female Oshawott, and then we can continue. Alright. Thanks for watching. Like I said, be back tomorrow. Yeah. Thanks. As always. Deuces.